I'm just going to share my screen.
Tashinga, is over to you. You are live and ready to present.
Thank you, Lisa. Am I audible?
Yep, we can hear you loud and clear. It's over to you.
Thank you.
Mobile apps are becoming smarter, and the ability to integrate AI directly onto the device is a game changer for developers. Our next speaker will provide an interactive exploration into the options available for bringing the power of artificial intelligence right into your mobile applications. Please welcome Tashinga Pemhiwa as he presents AI on Android.
Good evening, everyone. Well, it's evening in my part of the world. Good day or good time of day, whatever time of day it is in your part of the world. I am just going to share my slides and we can get started. I would like to just start by saying that I am not in the best of health. I have a little bit of a flu, so my voice is not at its optimal, but I hope I will be able to pull through. And yeah, let's have some fun. My name is Tashinga Pemhiwa, and I am an Android technology lead for a leading bank in South Africa. I came across this animation as I was learning about Android, well, AI on Android, and I thought that it was pretty cool. So I just thought I'd also throw it into my slides. But credit goes to Jing Yushi and Katerina Semenova. Ideally, what we want to achieve is move our clients from, or our customers or users of our apps from the people on the left, from looking like the people on the left to looking like the people on the right. We want to introduce some delight in our applications, but in order to achieve that, we need to get to understand how to use AI to augment those experiences. Now, I started out on a journey to learn about this, and I felt like, being in the industry for quite some time, and now a new wave coming in of AI, I felt like I might be missing out on something. And I felt like the Formosaurus Rex. And I decided that I was going to do something about combining the skills that I already had together with what's kind of trending in terms of AI. So to start, so this talk is pretty much about that introductory journey to what is possible in terms of AI. And let's start with some terminology so that we can get familiar with specifically what I'm going to speak about. So most of you have probably heard this term LLM, large language model, which is a model that is trained by putting in a lot of data and then running some algorithms on that data to come up with potential inferences later on, right? When you then ask the model questions, it's able to respond in pretty much human-like text. Traditional AI is, and this is again for the purposes of this talk, traditional AI is AI that basically pulls insights out of existing data. You'll see what I mean when we compare it to generative AI, which is AI that creates new content. So that's the line that I'm drawing between the two types of AI. Context window is just how much data the LLM can process at a given point in time. Now, let's talk traditional versus generative AI, now that we understand those terms. Traditional AI focuses on classification and predictions, while generative AI creates new content like text, images, audio, and video even. Both types of AI are highly valuable and can add something to your app. Traditional models analyze existing data for insights. So if we look at the image on the left, that it represents your traditional AI, and the image on the right, your generative AI. So if you look at the image on the left, it looks more human generated or human drawn, but the image on the right kind of emphasizes the machine aspect. But if you look at both, the image on the left shows a range of mountains. It shows a river flowing. It shows some vegetation, right? And it looks like this is something that the artist is potentially looking at and drawing out. So it's based on existing things that the artist is then representing on a canvas. The image on the right has our computer generating some image, and it also looks like there's some kind of mountain range, but it also looks like it's in space. It looks sci-fi, right? It looks like it's generating things that are not necessarily in front of it, or based on what it's seeing per se, and that's kind of a small distinction. In the past, I have given this talk in an interactive way where I prompted the audience to describe what they saw, and we tried to draw some insights about the differences between traditional and generational AI. Nonetheless, we'll move forward. The good news is that it's not a choice between one or the other. Android can do both. But there are some considerations. So, which way do we go? To the left or to the right? And that's what we're going to break down in this talk in terms of what to consider and what tool to use in what situation. So the considerations that we have are what I call task weight, which is basically whether the task you're trying to achieve is a lightweight task or a heavyweight task. That will have a determination on which of the options that are available on Android you can make a use of or make use of in your app. The next one is privacy. Is privacy a concern? Is the kind of information that you are handling or the kind of data that you're handling privacy sensitive? And that will also have an impact. We already defined what a context window was. And so the context window as well has a bearing on what you choose. Now, when it comes to the context window itself, you could, if you have a larger context window, your options for on-device AI might be limited compared to your ability to use cloud AI. All right. Next consideration is cost. How much are you willing to spend, or how much are you able to spend on the AI enhancement that you want to do on your app? And but it's not limited to just money. It's not just a financial consideration when we talk about cost. We're also talking about battery usage. We're talking about memory usage as well. So there's cost in all those dimensions that needs to be considered in order for you to come up with your option of choice. Next up is connectivity. So will your app or will the AI piece of your app be required to operate or to work in an offline situation? Or is your entire app an offline based app? Or is it, do you need to be connected the whole time? That again will affect your choice. And then we have model capability. So different models, different AI models are able to perform different actions or provide different features. Some are more advanced in the features that they can provide, some less so. So that again is a consideration. Device resources, we've pretty much spoken about that in terms of the memory and the battery. There might also be disk space considerations to be involved. Now, while this is a talk on Android or on AI on Android, we also have to consider iOS in the sense that your app typically isn't only available on Android. Often you have an app for Android, you have an app for iOS as well. So that might need to be a consideration coming into what you are going to use, because certain models or certain options are only available on Android, where Others are available for both Android and iOS. Moving on, we have these options. So number one, traditional AI, when you have common tasks that are, that were typically available before the whole ChatGPT explosion. Things like face detection, barcode scanning, text recognition, image labeling, object detection. All these tasks are handled on device, and you can use MLKit for this. And MLKit is good because it runs everything on device, which allows you to then which makes it a very good model, or a very good option to use for when privacy is important, right? So you've got the combination of privacy is important, and secondly, you've got kind of your traditional AI common tasks. That's where you might use MLKit. Next up is LightRT. So LightRT is TensorFlow Lite's runtime, and it's a toolkit optimized for running TensorFlow models efficiently on resource-constrained devices. So if you need to efficiently run your own custom-trained ML model, so you might be using it for tasks like classification, regression, detection, and so on. All of those tasks, you can run them using LightRT, because it prioritizes performance and it's built to run on low resource devices. It is best used for deploying predictive models or traditional AI models on edge devices where speed and resource conservation are a priority. Next up is MediaPipe. Now, at this stage, I don't know how everyone is doing, how everyone is following along. I kind of would like to hear some feedback about whether I'm moving too quickly or if I'm moving at the right pace. I can only see the backstage chat and the Q&A. Okay, okay, there we go. So there is a response. It looks like I'm going at the right pace, and I will probably, especially later in the process, I will be asking questions, and I'd like to hear some answers or see some answers come through in the Q&A. So on to the next option, MediaPipe. So do you have a data stream that you are working with to, the way you would like to infer insights from and the like? Well, MediaPipe is your friend when it comes to that. So, for example, when you have video or audio real-time streaming, MediaPipe is a great option for that. MediaPipe provides open source cross-platform and customizable machine learning solutions designed for live and streaming media. All right, that's really the where MediaPipe shines. If you're building an app that needs to react to real-time data coming in from sensors or video streams, e.g., fitness tracking tools, MediaPipe is your go-to. So we will explore a little bit more about that. But for example, if you want to track your hand, as you can see in the picture there, you might want to track your hand and gain some insights about your hand. Or I don't know, you might smile and want some instant feedback on that. All right, Gemini Nano. This is another option that we have, and this is optimized for on-device AI, powered by Android AI Core. So this is once again an option that is good for apps that need to do things on device. It's good if you want to have offline capability. However, this is now in the realm of generative AI as opposed to the traditional AI options that we spoke about earlier. So if privacy, offline use, and cost are your greatest considerations, then this is the way to go. You can use it for generating text, image descriptions, summarizing information, rewriting text, those types of things. You could use it for like help me write type of tasks. It makes use of MLKit's generative AI APIs. Gemini Nano experimental access provides open prompting capabilities as well. So you could literally provide a platform for your users to prompt Gemini to do things, but purely on device. So that's another option. Moving on, we have Gemma. And Gemma, as many of you will know, is Google's open source AI model. And what is happening is that it has several variants ranging from 1 billion parameters to 27 billion parameters. And it has the capability to do Gen AI tasks on device. The small model size or smaller model size that we have for Gemma makes it suitable for doing on device Gen AI Gen AI tasks that are that don't require perhaps the power of larger AI models like Gemini. Excuse me a second. Next up is Firebase AI Logic. And Firebase AI Logic is basically a platform into, or an API into Gemini Flash, Gemini Pro, and Imagine models in the cloud. So it's provided by Firebase, of course, and is capable for doing various things. You know, Firebase is quite broad in its capabilities. So they've added to that AI logic, which allows you to leverage the best of Google's AI models. It's good for use cases where you need to generate text, where you need to summarize text or provide predictive assistance in chat apps. So pretty similar to what we spoke about with Gemini Nano, but it now you are now making use of the full power of Google's cloud AI offerings. Use this when generating images, or when describing images, or generating text and so on. You could be using it to generate a checklist. You could use it to generate a flight plan for something that you want to do. You could use it to generate an overview of some subject area that you are researching into. So that's Firebase Logic. All right. So with that, we've covered all the options that are available currently, and we've looked at kind of a matrix of the different things that are possible, right? And now, time for some fun. So let the Q&A start being really active. So we're going to play a game. It's the AI Toolkit game. So our contenders are MLKit. I'm not going to read that description. I'm sure you can read it on your end. MediaPipe, LightRT, just as a reminder, Gemini Nano, and Firebase AI Logic, and finally, Gemma. So those are the options that we have. And let's get into, are you guys ready for this? Let me see some reactions in the Q&A. Because I'm going to need that interaction in the Q&A. So I just want to make sure that we are good to go. Okay. I have one response. So with the power of one, I am going to move forward. So here are some scenarios. I'm going to paint a scenario, and your job is to pick an option based on the options that we've discussed up to this point. Pick one option that you consider the right option, and then I will reveal the answer. So I will do a countdown to from 10, and then we can reveal the answer. So scenario one is the shopper. I'm building a shopping app. I need to quickly add a feature to scan barcodes and QR codes. It just needs to work. Which tool should I use? So drop your answer in the Q&A. I will do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drum roll. The answer is, and thank you for the answers supplied. The correct answer is media pipe. Okay. Can I get a reaction on that media pipe before I move to the next one? All right, moving on. We have another scenario 2, the fitness coach. I'm sure your answers are already brewing in your mind. I'm building a fitness app this time around. I need to track a user's push-up form in real time using the camera and analyzing multiple joint positions at once. Which tool should I use? I have an answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and the answer is media pipe. And well done to Abayomi on getting that answer right. Okay, looks like we are well on our way with this. Let's move to the next scenario. Our next scenario is scenario 3, the custom solution. My data science team trained a unique vision model to identify plant diseases. It's a .tf-lite file. I just need the fastest, most lightweight way to run this custom model. Which tool should I use? All right, the countdown begins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to wait a second just to see if there's any answer that comes through. All right, I have an answer and I am going to reveal the answer. Drum roll. The answer is light RT. Light RT. So this won't be TensorFlow per se. This is TensorFlow Lite runtime, so which has just been named Light RT. Okay, great. We are moving to the next scenario. We're about halfway through the scenarios. The efficient note taker. That's our next scenario. What's that about? I am adding a summarize button to my note app. It must work offline. My top priority is minimizing app download size and being power efficient on supported devices. Which tool should I use? countdown begins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. And the answer is Gemini Nano. Now, Gemini Nano will provide you all the generative AI aspects, but it will provide it offline. So the key word there is offline, and minimizing the app download size. All right, because it's making use of AI Core, which is already on the device, and it will basically, your app will call APIs that are on the device and not go to the cloud, which is how it minimizes the app download size. Okay, great. Let's move on to scenario 5. Scenario 5 is the specialist. I'm building an app for lawyers. I need an on-device text feature that's been fine-tuned on our private legal documents. It must work offline. Which tool should I use? So think about this one. I will reveal the answer in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is Gemma. So there are actually two answers to this one. Gemma is one of the answers. The other answer is LightRT. But the key there is that you're using Gemma, you're fine-tuning Gemma with your own documents, right? Which is one of the key things that Gemma has to offer. It's the fact that you can fine-tune it. All right, great. Let's move on. The cloud-powered creator. I'm sure this is somewhat giving it away already. My app needs to generate entire blog posts from a few keywords. This requires a huge cloud model, and I need to manage API keys securely and save the results to Firestore. Which tool should I use? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is Firebase AI Logic. Someone posted the answer Gemini, which is essentially true, but we use Gemini not directly, but through AI Logic, which exposes it as an API. All right, great. I think we have one more scenario. My numbering is off, but that should be scenario 7. The final boss. I want to use that custom trained GEMA model from the legal app. Which tool would I actually use to execute that TF Lite model file inside my app? Which tool should I use? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'll give you a clue. The answer is kind of in your face right now. It's kind of highlighted in a way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is, you actually have 2 possibilities. You could use Light RT because remember, Light RT is used when you want to use custom trained or custom tuned models, right? Or you could use MediaPipe. MediaPipe also allows you to use your own custom tuned models. So these are the 2 options that you had. So with that, we've come to the end of the different options that you have. And here are the different options presented as like getting started guides. So if you want to get into AI on Android, take a screenshot of these links and go and play with the different options that you have. For Firebase AI logic, there's even a YouTube tutorial on that. So I would definitely look into the different options. Perhaps you have one specific option that you found interest in based on this talk, go for it. Or you want to explore all the different options just so you have a full picture of what's possible and then decide what you want to use in your application. These are the options. Thank you very much for participating in the game. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. And with that, this is the end of my talk on Android on AI. I would appreciate a follow and perhaps a message to give me some feedback on the talk. It was fun preparing it, and hopefully you've also enjoyed it being delivered to you. Thank you very much.